I used to fear getting into trouble for telling my mother's business. I must have been about 5, and I remember getting my ass whooped. I told my teacher something that my mother didn't want anyone to know. Something that my mother didn't want anyone to know. Hide. I learned that from her that day. Hide who you are from those who may bring you shame. I'm still unlearning this lesson today. I have a story to tell. It's hard to get it out through the tears and the uncertainty and this tremendous guilt, but the little girl inside of me has a story to tell. We have a story to tell. See, don't get too sad. This is a beautiful tale that watches a girl detached from her mother learn love how life teaches it. I came into this world with my mom unavailable, here but not at the same time, too occupied by her own weeds to share her flowers with me. This story is about the only person that I've ever wanted to be close to, but couldn't get within enough reach. I saw a little girl today. She did not care to speak. Strength welled in her mind, but her will was weak. I spoke to the little girl today. Her eyes began to glisten. All this time, no one knew she could speak when she needed someone to listen. There's a special bond that exists between a girl and her mother. Mothers are supposed to be the first ones to love you, right? They are the epitome of love, of warmth, of hugs, of delicious foods that sit in your belly just long enough to make you smile. I spent 13 years from age 4 to 17 in one house. Flashbacks of my darkness often start in that house. Flashbacks to my mother calling me ugly and laughing at my tears. I can still feel the shame that started in that house. One day, I was about 8 years old. The oil heater in that house broke. Black smoke poured into the bedrooms from the basement. I was home alone due to being sick that day. I suffered smoke inhalation and needed to go to the emergency room. The doctor there advised my mother to quit smoking cigarettes around me, or I would likely develop a chronic lung condition. She laughed. I took myself to the doctors at age 11 when they diagnosed me with asthma. I questioned love then. I asked my mother over and over again to get my inhaler from the pharmacy, and she wouldn't. Was that love? Or the fact that my mother did not quit smoking cigarettes until I moved out of her house? No amount of parenting myself made her love me. Why didn't I deserve my mother's love? I still don't know what she is exactly. She wasn't loving, she wasn't nurturing. She was always mad, always yelling, always cussing, always fussing, but mostly she wasn't present. She was empty, and she left me emptier. Having a mom like I did, I was always left confused, always left to navigate the ills of the world through the lens of my own limited understanding. One thing that I was never confused about was wanting love, wanting to be loved, and wanting to be heard. I loved that little girl today. Her heart began to smile. She became the goddess that she was meant to be. She was fierce and she was proud. I danced with that little girl today. I unclipped her wings to watch her dance across the sky. I needed it. Invisible, unspoken, yet reciprocated love. I craved it, I sought it, I worked hard for it. I attached myself to everything that felt like love, looking for love within everything that I touched. When my mother told me that I was ugly like Celie, I marched myself down to the Free Library of Philadelphia, located at 19th and Vine Streets. I took the 32 bus, I got off at my stop. I searched and I searched until I found it. Yes, the big 304-page book by one of my favorite authors, Alice Walker. She said, "I think it pisses God off if you walk past the color purple in a field and don't notice it." Reading that in a book encouraged me to always see the purple flowers. There's love in those flowers. There always has been. There was love in my desire to read every book that I felt a connection to. There was love in Pretzel Day and Girl Scout Troop 83. And Mr. Sam was a corner store owner. He had the flyest, shiniest, roundest afro I've ever seen. He used to let me go when I didn't have enough money. One day, I stole a 10-cent pack of sunflower seeds from the counter of his store. I felt so guilty and wrote him a letter apologizing. That year for Christmas, Mr. Sam bought me a word processor so that I could be successful in school. He saw so much promise in me even after I stole those sunflower seeds. And maybe that's why I love sunflowers so much that I grow them in my front yard now. There was love in my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Walker, catching me in the coat closet with a boy, but allowing me to continue to meet him there because he got letters from his dad who was in jail and he couldn't read them himself. There's love in the homemade pancakes that my partner makes for me with no recipe, and trips to the farm for fresh eggs, and picking the juiciest strawberries there and eating them without rinsing them off. There was love in my cousin Tanisha, teaching me about the delicate uniqueness of snowflakes and then how to catch them on my tongue. There was love in my desire to learn to meditate when I had trouble connecting to God. There was even love in my mother failing to see beauty in my face because it led me to see all the purple flowers in my life. I found love, and now I live it every single day. Flowers into the ears of the babies that I'm blessed to have and nurture. I exhale those words like breath from my lungs. I love you. Their lives are the manifestation of my heart's wildest desire, of fruits harvested from a tree with damaged roots, of the love that life so bountifully offers when you seek it. I found love. And now, instead of living instability, uncertainty, and indifference, I am living, breathing, and being love. I uncaged that little girl today. I unclipped her wings to watch her dance across the sky. Now she is free just to be L-O-V-E.
Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I only wanna see you underneath that purple rain.
Wow, what an amazing story. And what a great monologue to end the showcase with. Brown Mamas is all about building a tribe and a community. Okay, supporting each other, supporting each other's children, being there through the shared trauma of motherhood, as well as the joys and successes. And just like our sis, Trisheena B., found love and support in her community, in her neighbors, and her teachers, we want to build a powerful village where all brown mamas can find support. So before we leave, I want all the moms to say a few affirmations. Repeat after me. As a mom, I am doing my best. I will work on self-care. And I have a village in Brown Mamas. Well, thank you all for attending. We appreciate you. We love you. We hear you. You have support here at Brown Mamas. Thank you. And that concludes the 7th annual 2023 Brown Mama Monologues.
effortlessly. That's the way it was. It happened so naturally. I did not know it was love. The next thing I think was you. Couldn't even love. And what was I gonna do? I let myself go out. Now we're flying through the stars, but this night will last forever. I've been waiting for you. It's been so long. I knew just what I would do when I heard your song. It filled my heart with your bliss. You gave me freedom. I knew I could not resist. I needed someone. And now we're flying through the stars. Hope this night will last forever.